Hey everybody, it's Amber Smalley, and I'm going to show you some of the PDF files that we have on 365 for you and give you some tips about Adobe because Adobe is the program that you use to view and interact with PDF files. Based on what some of my curriculum team members have told me since we started this, some of you who have new computers do not have Adobe installed on your computer, and it's making it difficult for you to see all the wonderful resources that we have made available to you. So, whether it's Adobe or another program um, from Mobile County, there is a way to get it on your computer. If you look in the bottom right of your computer, mine has this little arrow thing to show more icons. There's an icon that looks like the Mobile County logo because it is, and you have to right click it, not left click it. If you right click it, there's something that says Show on Demand Software, and in that list, there is Adobe. It's probably the first one on your list. Um, you would click the checkbox and then click OK, and it would install, and then you'd have to restart your computer, and then you'd have Adobe on your computer, which will let you see some of the cooler things that we have available for you. So let's go to the Mobile County page, and I'm going to go to cpss.com, our staff, academic affairs, ELA K5. Okay, and I'm going to go to first grade this time. It really doesn't matter which one you go to because they're all going to look very much the same. Now, let me say this. I'm going to show these to you, and you might say, hey, that's not what it looks like on my computer. I'm going to try to show you this process in just a minute, but I'll show you the way I prefer to get the resources first. This folder is going to be very interesting to you. No matter what grade level, you'll have a folder that says Compiled Wonders Resources. So when you click on that one, you can go to any unit. Let's go to Unit 1, and you can go to any week from that unit. Let's go to Unit 3, or Unit 1, Week 3, and it's going to pull up what my team created this summer. What they did, they went to ConnectEd and they took any document from any book they could find on ConnectEd that had to do with Unit 1, Week 3 and put it all in one big PDF document. Now, some people are freaking out when they see this and they're like, hey, that's only 8 pages. This is not the amount of pages. This is the amount of documents in the folder where I just was. This is a preview. Now, on my computer, it will actually show, if you know to look for it down here and you hover over it, it'll show you how many pages there are in this document. But this, since it's just a preview, will not show you some of the cooler features that there are. So on mine, I'm going to download it, and it goes down here, and I'm going to click this little arrow, and I'm going to say Show in Folder, and it's right here. It's still downloading. That's why it doesn't look like a real document yet. Now it looks like a real document. I can double click, and it will open in Adobe, and this is what you want. You can open it on the internet, and you can still do some of the things that I'm going to show you, but best case scenario is to have it like this. And then if it were me, just so I wouldn't have to go to the internet to get it again, you can always save it to your computer. I usually save things to my desktop. Click save, and then it's there for me forever. Now, most of the PDF documents, this bookmark panel will open automatically for you if you are in Adobe rather than in the internet. Now, if this is not here at first, you want to look for the little symbol that looks like a bookmark, which is right here, and click on it, and it will open the bookmark panel. Okay, now in all of the files except Unit 1, Week 1 for every grade level, there is some, well, except kindergarten, y'all are special. but there will be something at the top that says using assessment results, and these are the assessment results from the week before. So from the week before's assessment, if the kids missed more than 3 comprehension items, it tells you exactly which lesson to use to reteach that skill to them. You want to know where this lessons 10 through 12 on key details is? It's right there, and you can click on it. Here's the lesson. It goes through everything you need to do with the kiddos. It's got reproducibles and all that stuff. If I want to go back to that page where I was, I just click that page. If the kids didn't answer these correctly, then you do lesson 46 from tier 2. And where is lesson 46? It's over here somewhere, right there. Tier 2 phonics lesson 46. Ta-da! There's your reteaching lesson. So that's the top. It's the assessment results and the tier 2 stuff. As you get into the older grades, there are a lot fewer of these because they test fewer things each week. Then they give you a student outcomes page. Look at all this stuff. They give you the level reader card. And once you've clicked on this, it just takes you to the top of that section. In order to see more of it, you would scroll down to see more of the leveled reader card. And then, if you keep going, you'll get to some of this other stuff, like this one right here is this one. But I can click on level up lessons. The activity cards for the week are in here. The to-do list for the week's in there. The practice pages, you can see this is the beginning of them, and then I can scroll down, and they're all there together. Even the little book, and then from there, if you want the answers to them, they're there. The answers to the close reading companion, decodables. Look at all this stuff, y'all. And they even went into like the teacher resource book and found things that related to this particular week's skills. So oh my gosh, y'all. It's all right there for the whole week. Anything you could ever want. There's more than you could ever use. There it is. Now, what do I do if I want to print just part of this? I learned this trick today. I'm so proud of myself. So let's say that I wanted just the practice pages. Where are they? On level practice pages. If I right click that bookmark, I can go to print sections. And it shows, oh, these are the funky page numbers. Hang on. Okay, the page numbers are weird, but notice that it goes from T155, lots of Ks, to, I'm going to scroll down until I hit where the next bookmark is. The next one's at answers. Okay, so we're at T155 KK, KK, and then if I go down, they turn to L's, M, N, O. I'm just going down till I hit the answer because I don't want those. I just want the practice pages. Okay, so U is too far. So the last page of this is T155 T's. Okay, so if I right click this, print sections, look, this is what the first page of that section is through. This is the last page of that section. So if I hit print right now, it would only print all of the practice pages, all of the things that are in that section. Here's the other cool trick I learned. If, let's say that you wanted to send just this section to print shop, so you need a PDF file of just this. If you send this, it's going to send all 162 pages of stuff to print shop, and that's not what you want. If you want just these practice pages, you're going to need a PDF file of just those. So what you can do, you can cancel. Same thing, right click it and go to print sections. And instead of sending it to your printer, you would send it to Adobe, and it will print a PDF file. So when you hit print, it's going to ask you where you want to save it. And I usually save things to my desktop so that I know where they are and I can move them later. but I'm going to print to the desktop, and they want to know what I want to call it. I'm going to say practice pages. So I'll know that's all that's in that one. Click save, and it's creating it for me. Check it out. I'm going to make this smaller. This has just the stuff from the practice pages in it. How about that? So I could send that one to print shop. Um, I mean, there you go. um, let me show you what happens if you're not in Adobe though. Okay, so I'm gonna get out of this. Okay, we're back here where we started. Let's say that we just stayed in here. You can't get to bookmarks from here because it's just a preview. Can you get to bookmarks while you're still in the internet so you don't have to download it? Yes, you can. You can go to this button, which says open, and you can go to open in browser, and you just kind of have to know, you have to have be familiar enough with Adobe to know that you kind of have to hover your mouse over the top and the bottom to get to see toolbars. And so this one up here, you can see there's the little bookmark symbol. You open it up, you can still get to the different portions of the document. But if you right click it, it doesn't let you do that cool print sections thing that you can do in Adobe. So if you wanted to look at it on the internet first and then you wanted to download it like you did before, you could download it and save it to your computer that way instead of the way I saved it before. I know that it looks slightly different in Firefox and in Edge, but it doesn't look very different unless your Adobe is not up to date. And again, if your Adobe is not up to date, go down here to the bottom of your computer, if it's a Mobile County computer, and right click the Mobile County symbol and go to that Show on Demand software and download Adobe. Um, there are other things on the website. So let's go back to first grade. There are folders with foundational skills stuff in them. If I go to, let's go to a higher grade, let's go to third grade. There are, like I said, there's foundational skills. There's also leveled readers that you can use to teach your priority 1 through 3 kids that are on the decision trees. There's all kinds of stuff, and hang on, I didn't mean to do that. If I go to foundational skills, I mean, there is a ton of stuff in here. I mean, if I go to, let's go to silent letters and then download, show in folder. I mean, you've got lessons for these silent letters, you've got practice pages, you've got tier 2 lessons, you've got decodables for them. I mean, you've got all different kinds of stuff available to you to use with your kiddos. So I hope this helps you as you are planning. And if you have any questions, there's my email address. Just let me know.